So, I've been debating on making this video probably 5, 10, 15 times that I've thought about doing it and then changed my mind and then seen some more stuff and then pushed myself into doing it or wanting to do it and then changed my mind again. And I think I'm finally at the point where if I feel like if I don't say something, and I don't expect any of you to agree with me, because everybody's going to have their own opinions, everybody's going to have their own biases, everybody's going to have their own, echo chambers, whatever, right? But I'm assuming that if you watch my channel, it's because I am giving you an opinion that I genuinely believe and not saying something that I know you want to hear, right? I pride myself on not censoring my opinions and not censoring my thoughts, because I feel like I would be doing a disservice to those of you that watch me, because I'm not trying to pander to anybody. I'm not trying to cultivate a certain type of audience. I'm not trying to get a certain group of people to watch me. My content is for everyone, right? Unless you're a 12-year-old, because I curse entirely too much for a 12-year-old to be watching my channel regularly. I'm sorry, parents, if you see this, don't let your kids watch my channel. I swear like a sailor, all right? And in fact, I have my channel marked as not for kids, and it's not. I have, even when I was talking to YouTube about trying to get my channel remonetized, I specifically said, hey, my channel isn't for kids. I don't make content for kids. I make content for 18 on up, because I don't censor myself and I talk a lot of trash. That's just how I've always been. Always. Even growing up, I've always been like that. That's why I've had my my friend groups and all that are the same way. But when you look at what's happening, and right now it's almost 2 a.m. my time, and you look at what's happening with the country, with race relations, with crime, things that everybody is doing when it comes to societal issues, right? And I feel like things, and it's so hard to talk about because it's legitimately common sense, right? Especially if you're my age. And I just turned 40. But when you look at how things were growing up, especially for people my age, and when you turn on the TV on Friday night, on the weekends, when you came home from school, you had people like the Huxtables, the Winslows, right? The Bankses. And everything was just sorted together, right? You could watch Family Matters one block, and then right after that, you'll watch Full House or something. And you'll watch Step by Step, and then you'll watch, the Cosbys. And there wasn't this push from the general public of everything is us versus them. And that's not saying one way towards the other. That's not saying black on white. That's not saying white on black, or any other color on any other color. It was just normal. And the normalcy is gone. And you can tell that I'm speaking very measuredly and very evenly, because this video is directed towards everyone. It's not about a specific color. It's not about a specific demographic. And I have always said that, especially when it comes to like my content. My content isn't just for whites. My content isn't just for Mexicans. My content isn't just for black people. My content is for everyone. So when I do something or when I say something, it's for everyone. And when you walk outside, when you actually interact with the world, everything doesn't rely on race and demographic or whatever as much as the internet wants to make it, right? And the biggest litmus test for all of this has been the Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf stabbing, murder, accident, whatever you want to call it. And I have seen so much race baiting of people chomping at the bit for a fucking race war, a black on white or white on black or whatever. And it's some of the dumbest shit I have ever seen in my life. Because at the end of the day, everybody is human, right? People make mistakes. Teenagers make mistakes every fucking day. Every day. Teenagers kill each other every single day in this country. And it doesn't matter what color they are. You got white teenagers killing white teenagers killing black teenagers killing white teenagers, black teenagers killing black teenagers, Hispanics killing whites, so on, so forth. It doesn't matter. The color doesn't matter because teenagers in general are going to do dumb shit. It doesn't matter what color they are. It doesn't matter. And in this instance, it just so happens to be a black teenager stabbed a white teenager. Killed him. Whether it was an accident, whether it was provoked, whether it was self-defense, whatever. Color doesn't matter. What matters is the fact of a teenager killed another teenager. It's just another day that ends in Y. But you will have a certain amount of the population that are, as I said earlier, chomping at the bit. And I've seen it from all sides. All sides. I've seen it from black people. I've seen it from white people. And in this case, it is a majority of black people and white people that are turning this into a race issue instead of a what it is, which is an everyday issue of teenagers killing teenagers. Which any other time, it wouldn't even make the fucking newspapers. Because it happens every single day. Every day. But somebody saw the opportunity to, okay, I can turn this into a headline. How am I going to make money off of this? And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff that I disagree with that's going on with this case. And it's still ongoing. I'm not going to start spitting truths because there are no truths. We barely have the facts as it is outside of the police report, right? And until this actual court case happens, people are going to keep just spitting out as much nonsense as they can to get as much attention as they can and cause as much chaos as they can, because that's how you make money this day and age. And again, this is not specific to a certain color. This is a human thing. This isn't a color thing. This isn't a black thing. This isn't a white thing. This isn't a brown thing. Whatever. This is a human thing. People are going to capitalize on any sort of chaos in any way they can. And you see that happening on both sides. You saw today there was some sort of, white pride pro Austin Metcalf shit that was supposed to happen that was being done by some grifter on the right. Whereas on the same side, you've got some grifter on the left trying to make this into, he didn't actually do anything wrong type of deal, right? What the fact is, a teenager killed another teenager. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. And until it goes to court, those are the only facts that matter. The family can come out and say whatever they want. He was a good boy. He didn't mean to. Oh, we need $500,000 being raised on Give, Send, Go because reasons. It doesn't matter. The only fact is that some kid killed another kid at a track meet. That's the only fact. You have to take race out of the entire equation. Because if you look at everything, and I've said this so many times, that if you look at everything through a lens of white on black or black on white or whatever, you're never going to get anywhere. Ever. And that goes for people on the left, that goes for people on the right, and I don't give a shit who it fucking pisses off. Because both sides are fucking stupid. Both of them. Both sides are trying to cause chaos. Both sides are trying to cause shit to pop off to where everybody hates each other. And the only people that are going to make money off it are the ones sitting there on the internet making YouTube videos or making GoFundMes or whatever to try and make as much money as they can by capitalizing on people hating each other. And that's exactly what they're fucking doing. Both sides. Both of them. Black people, white people, both of them. They're both doing it. Because they want you to hate each other. That's what they want. And if you're too stupid to see it, then I can't help you. And there's no point of you even watching this video. Because when I grew up, it didn't matter what color you were. What mattered was how you treated each other. And now, it doesn't matter how you treat other people. It matters what color you are. We've gone backwards. We've gone completely backwards. Doesn't matter if you're a good person. Doesn't matter how well you work. It doesn't matter if you're, top of the class, whatever. What matters is how you look. It matters what color you are. Who you date? Oh, what color are they? Everything has gone backwards. And I have said this time and time again. I blame the fucking progressives. That's why I call them regressives. Because you can't focus on a specific set of people without marginalizing an entire set of other people. And that's exactly what they did. And that's exactly why we are where we are. People are people. Color doesn't matter. And when I grew up, that's what I was taught. But we've gone backwards. We've gone backwards. Now it doesn't matter what your character is. It matters what color you are. It doesn't matter who the murderer is. It matters what color the murderer is. And you can say the same thing. When you look at school shootings, you have people going, oh, I bet you it was a white person. What does it matter? You had somebody that shot up a school full of children. Who cares what fucking color they were? It's wrong. You have a teenager that killed another teenager. Who cares what color they are? It's wrong. You have people that are so happy to sit there on Facebook and post all sorts of nonsense, incentivizing division, incentivizing hate, incentivizing, this white versus black versus white, whatever. And they do it on a daily basis because they know it gains traction. They know people are mad, and they know it's going to cause problems, and they know it's going to get them attention. That is why they do it. It's why people sit here and post shit on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter or X or whatever. They do it because they know it's going to get them attention. Even if that means making shit up. And until people realize it's very easy to just create facts or AI something and make it sound true, and then you'll have somebody going, yep, that's right. Nope, I'm going to keep repeating this over and over and over again, even though I know it's not true, and I don't even know if it's true. Who knows? Then nothing is ever going to change. And all of this is perpetuated by the media, by the government, by social media influencers, streamers, whatever. Because it's real easy to generate revenue, to generate clicks when you make shit up and when you piss people off. And it's the one thing that I do my damnedest not to do. Because all I'm going to do is tell you how I feel. All I'm going to tell you is what I know. And all I know when it comes to this situation is that one kid killed another kid. And who gives a shit what color they were? Let the courts decide. If you're going to sit there and listen to your favorite digital creator or whatever the fuck they label themselves, that's your own fucking problem. Because if you can't think for yourself and all you want to do is listen to some retard on the internet that's telling you fake news or whatever just because they happen to be the same color as you, I don't care if you're white, black, brown, yellow, pink, blue, purple, then you're in the wrong business. You need to stay off the internet. Because these people will lie to your faces and all they're going to do is piss you off. Why? Because that's how they grow. That's how they get bigger. That's how they get attention. And that's all anybody gives a shit nowadays is how can they get attention. If it means acting like an idiot in public, they will do it. Look at Vitaly. He's been a streamer forever. And what did he think was a good idea? Oh, I'm going to go act like a moron in the Philippines. And now he's getting arrested. He's probably going to be in jail for 20 years. Good. Because common sense has left the building. Thinking for yourself has left the building. And even people that I have respected and watched and listened to on YouTube for years are falling into this trap of X versus Y. Or vice versa. Because that is all that matters to anybody, is how much division can I cause? How much chaos can I cause? How much hatred can I cause? Because that's what gets the clicks. And I wish the algorithms, I wish there was a better system in place to nullify all that, but there isn't. Because drama sells. Drama sells. Whether you like it or not. I don't like it. I try to not get involved in any drama. I talk about drama if it's something that I find relevant. But I'm not going to create drama. Because it doesn't do me any good, right? And, you know, it's genuinely depressing. The amount of ground that has been lost in the last 15 years to race baiting, to grifting, to whatever you want to call it, on both sides. Both. This isn't a single-sided issue. This is a both sides thing. This is still a left versus right thing. And these people will keep fighting tooth and nail to keep it a left versus right thing, an X versus Y thing, a black versus white thing, white versus black thing, whatever you want to call it. Because as long as they can keep doing it, the longer they keep making money off of it. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do right now, while you're watching this video, pick up your phone. If you have a Facebook account, sign into Facebook, and I want you to search Karmelo Anthony or Austin Metcalf and tell me what you see. And I guarantee you, you will be just as pissed off as I am about all this garbage. Because this isn't what we are as a country. As much as people want to keep saying it and keep saying it's true and keep pushing it, this is not how this country was founded. This is not how this country was built. This is not how this country is. But they want to make it that way. Because they profit. You don't. I don't. They do. There was a time, and I said this at the beginning, there was a time, especially in the 90s. In the 90s. Mainly the 90s, now that I think about it. Where it didn't matter, you know, what the show was on primetime television, right? It didn't matter if it was Family Matters. It didn't matter if it was a Cosby Show. It didn't matter if it was a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or, you know, Full House. And there's any number of sitcoms that were going on in the 90s. And to me, everything that was going on then, everything that was being shown then, was fucking normal. That was normalcy. And I told my wife the other day that I was in a grocery, not even a grocery store, I was at a convenience store. And there was a younger black woman in front of me. You know, tattoos, she had her hair done, she had her nails done, everything, whatever. Couldn't pay for 2 sodas. She was on the phone with somebody. And she had a little girl with her. Cute girl. And I was like, oh, little girl is cute. You know, I'd like to. There was like some stuffed animals or something there, and I was like, oh, I'm going to buy her a stuffed animal. And I legitimately stopped myself because there was a time when I wouldn't have thought twice about helping somebody. And again, it doesn't matter what color they are. But I legitimately had to stop and think, okay, well, what if this goes sideways? And I would have done the same thing if it had been a younger white woman in front of me with a kid, right? Because everybody, at least in my opinion, everybody's out for their own at this point, right? It's real easy to turn a simple situation into something complicated. And people do it every single day. You see it on YouTube, you see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram, right? The most innocuous thing can be turned into the worst day of your life, even if your intentions are good. And that's not how things should be. That's not how it should be. And, you know, if we keep going in this direction, if we keep going in the direction of you know, one side is better than the other, or one side is superior to the other, whatever, then we are, for lack of a better word, we're done. Done. It's just the truth. And, you know, it's not a good direction to be going in. It's just not. And I'm going to end this with a picture of me growing up, right? This is a very old picture. Probably 2008, maybe, somewhere around there. But you look at this picture, and there is a broad spectrum of colors here. And I have many, many other pictures. I'm actually in this stupid fucking picture because it's so fucking old. Believe it or not. Like, in the back. If you can find me, good. You just found Waldo. But that is what I grew up with. That's what we need to go back to. That's what this country is. You know, people from different backgrounds, different colors, different races, different cultures, getting along and getting together because we're all people. And stop listening to these people that will like nothing better than to watch everything burn to the ground as long as they get a paycheck. Whether it's from, ad revenue or whatever. In fact, you will see it all the time with some of these people that start shit on the internet and then be like, oh, I just did this so I can get, the ad revenue on Facebook, or I can get the ad revenue on Twitter or YouTube or whatever. Stop letting these people dictate your feelings. Stop letting them bait you into hating your neighbors. And start thinking for yourselves and actually talking to people until you figure out, wait a minute, none of this shit matters. None of the stuff they're saying matters. Because it doesn't. So, I had to get that off my chest. I've seen enough garbage coming out of this Karmelo Anthony, Austin Metcalf situation to make me want to hate the internet for the next 50 years. And I feel like it would be remiss to not say something on my own platform and hope that the message gets through and some of y'all finally start speaking out against some of these people and saying, wait a minute, you're talking nothing but bullshit and all you're doing is causing problems, because that's the only way any of this is going to stop. And until that happens, it's going to take people like you, people like me, actually speaking up and saying it needs to stop. So, I know, serious video, but it had to be done.